I'm able to do 45 kg dips and 30 kg pull-ups. I was also able to unlock insanely hard skills like the front lever and handstand push-up. In this time, I built a lot of muscle. So in this video, I'm not gonna give you the generic advice of, yeah, you actually need to go to the gym, yeah, how to get yourself up from your chair and actually go start training. Like, you already know this, you want to train. I'm gonna give you a plan that will help so that you can build muscle without stalling your skills, because this is a big problem. Many people build muscle, then you just don't progress in skills. This one thing is the reason that so many people who train calisthenics just hit a plateau, they don't progress and end up quitting. I'm gonna show you the lie that has been sold to you about when it comes to dieting in calisthenics. And in the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to train for calisthenics without plateauing, so that you can keep on progressing and unlock your dream skills.
More muscle equals more power and more output in the skills. But there's a caveat when it comes to this. If you gain muscle too fast, it will stall your progress. With other words, you'll train the skill, you'll go into, for months, you'll go into the gym, you'll train, you'll maybe attempt the front lever or try to get to the next progression like tuck to advanced tuck, but you just won't progress because your weight keeps on going up just way too fast. So this is what I want to show is how to build muscle, but not too fast so that you won't stall progress. So here's how it works. You obviously need to be on a bulk to gain muscle. But where do you think you'll gain muscle too fast? Like a lean bulk is obviously what you want. A lean bulk is basically you just eat clean and you eat above your maintenance, so you eat like 300 calories in a surplus. This is a lean bulk, so you'll gain lean mass and muscle. Remember, muscle is extra fibers that you can use to put into your skills. So now how can you gain weight too fast? If you're building muscle, right, you're on a bulk, you're building muscle. Okay, cool, but muscle helps you with your skill. So how can you gain too much if every single muscle fiber you get will help with the skill? If you are an absolute retard, you will be on what's called a dirty bulk. Just to get your calories. Yeah, no, I'm on a dirty bulk. Yeah, no. I eat like fucking 500 calorie surplus and it's so hard, so I will go and eat a pack of chips or fucking cake just to get my calories in, because I have so much calories I need to eat. It's impossible. I need all of my calories, so I'm gonna eat dirty so I can get on, you know, cake and chips. It's carbs, right? It's carbs. So it must help. It has to help. No. It's called calories in and calories out. And out. This is how it works, right? If you're on a cut, let's say you're in minus 200 calories. Not that much. It's pretty a cut you can extend for a long period of time. 200 calories in negative. Calories in, calories out, right? If you eat chips, or if you eat, let's say, a fucking salad, both give you calories. This one is just way more than this one. But this one's easier to eat because it's more food, it's more calories per food, right? But you get the calories, so what's the problem? It's everything that comes with a dirty bulk that will make you progress so much slower. No, but you know, it's so hard to eat. I cannot get it. Fuck you. Calories in and calories out. This is bullshit. Let's give you two versions. Remember, like your fucking caveman days. How do you think they ate? Everyone always asks for advice. Yeah, you know, I just eat clean, right? What is considered clean? In the caveman days, if you showed them a fucking Cheerio or Doritos. They will look at you as if you're like, what the fuck? What alien shit is this? Like, what the fuck is sweeties? They won't know what the food is. If you cannot show the food to the caveman people, you should not eat that food. If a friend comes to you, he says, yeah, no, I want to build some more muscle. Okay, you want to build more muscle, right? He comes to you like, how can I do this? You'll tell him, okay, bro, you need to go on a bulk. But he also trains calisthenics, and calisthenics is your weight is so important. Like if you have extra weight, it will definitely bring you down. So you have to consider this, keep this in mind. But you also need to bulk, so you need to gain weight, right? He comes to you and he says, I'm just gonna eat as much as possible. I'm gonna eat dirty. And he says, yeah, no, it doesn't make a difference. You're gonna look at him, you're gonna be like, how does that make any sense? If your friend comes to you and he says, there's no fucking difference than eating, let's say Doritos. He comes to you, he says Doritos and steak. Obviously one is protein, let's just use this concept. Doritos and steak both give you calories, right? There's no difference. The one's not better than the other. Calories in, calories out, right? You would want to smash him in his face. You will literally, you'll think like, what am I doing with my life? Being friends with this person. Does he have more than 2 brain cells? It's calories in, calories out, right? Same thing. You'll probably tell him, no, it is fucking not. It is not the same thing. You probably can think of this like common sense. Why? Why is it not the same? Like, why is steak so much better than Doritos? First of all, you can eat way more of this. Way more. So it's way more food your body can use. This one plummets your testosterone. This one makes so that you sleep worse. This one makes so that everything that you need in the gym goes down. Nobody calories in, calories out. Fuck that. If you still have this mindset of just eat, no. Eat as clean as possible. Why not eat dirty? Because dirty leads to fat gain. It is just way too much calories. Way too much for your body to burn. This is true, like your body needs calories and it burns a certain amount, so you need to have a little bit more calories to be in a bulk. But if you are too high, let's say fucking 1,000 calories in surplus, you will definitely gain fat. Why is this bad for calisthenics? Again, if you train hybrid calisthenics, it doesn't matter. This is bad for you unlocking your dream skills. Or even beginner skills. Your body uses muscle. It does not use fat to perform skills. Not at all. Let's say you train for this is the major goal for many. Let's say you're here and you train for the planche, right? You try to hold your body like this, straight arm. No fat helps you do this. It's literally just muscle. So every extra bit of fat that you have, that you gain, again, this is possible. Let's say you go on a bulk, a lean bulk, you do it right. A lean bulk for 6, 8, let's say 8 months. You will probably gain a little bit of fat. But this is where gym knowledge comes in, like maybe just maintain for a week or so your body actually gets used to the new muscle that you've gained. But after that, go on a cut. Lower the amount of fat in your body. Then your skills will literally skyrocket because you built new muscle, which gives you more power, more output, and then you cut down on weight. But if you lean bulk really slow, like the fat gain is probably like minimal. And this is ideal, like you don't really gain that much fat, you just keep on training, you get stronger, you build muscle. Maybe you use a treadmill for like 1 hour, just incline walk. A good amount for treadmill can be to go on 8% incline and 4.5 kilometers per hour. This is a good treadmill if you do this for like 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour. This will probably keep you, again, this literally burns more calories, so you get to eat more. More food is more. Think of this. If you only eat Doritos, let's say you eat this amount. This is how much you can eat to hit your daily calories. But if you eat, let's say, a salad and some steak, this is the amount of food. Both give you, let's say, your 3k calories. Both give you this, right? You're in a surplus. Just common sense. Ask yourself, which one of these two do you think will lead to more muscle gain, will lead to more strength? One of these will lead to you having more strength in the next day of your gym. Which one? The one that you eat literally way more food than this one. Of course, it's like common sense. It's just an excuse to cheat. It's really, there's no benefit in you eating wrong. First of all, it will literally make your skin look worse, and like I said, it will literally destroy your testosterone. Destroy it. So why? Like I said, you cannot be fat. You literally don't use the fat. And just so by the way, if you want more advanced knowledge like this, where I help you with things like no one talks about, I have a course down below if you just want to go check that out. So like we said, fat doesn't help at all. It just literally, your strength goes down, your weight goes up, and it's just like there's no point of being fat. Some people will say, let's say your friend comes to you, he's, let's say, 20% plus fat. He says, you know, I have more fat, so you know I can lift heavier. That's not how calisthenics work. Is your priority to build muscle? Or is it to lift heavy? If you have to lift heavy, by all means, gain some fat, up your weight. But you're not here to lift heavy. You are here to get calisthenic skills. You're here to have the aesthetic physique. If you're a male, you probably want to appeal to the female gaze. The male gaze is you're just as big and just as, literally just big as possible, the fucking bodybuilder type shit. But the female gaze is attracted to the aesthetic body, the leaner, it doesn't have to be like big muscles. It's just you're lean, you have some muscle mass. You don't want to be the big fucking bodybuilder guy. That it's just not attractive. To male gaze, yes. To female gaze, no. But here's something that you have to keep in mind. If you've been going to the gym for, let's say, 6 months, you have been lifting weights, or you actually did train calisthenics, and you actually have been, like, this is pretty common knowledge to be on a lean bulk to gain mass, right? Let's say you have been doing this. But here's one problem. Let's say you've been going to the gym for 6 months. You know about the lean bulk and you gain some mass. You are past what's called noob gains. This is where you build way more muscle in the beginning. Way faster, way more. So your weight literally skyrockets because you have newbie gains. So if you're past this point, it might even be 3, like just a few months basically, you're in noob gains. But if you're brand new and you just started out, you're brand new to the gym, you will build more and you will build faster than almost everyone who've been through the build phase. The noob phase, where you build more, your weight, again, like I said, it will skyrocket. Your calisthenics will go down. But then how do you progress? Like, how? You're gaining weight, you're gaining muscle. Okay, cool, muscle helps, right? Yes, your muscle will help with your calisthenics. But at first, the gains that you make is way too fast for your body to keep up. This is where you just have to accept that you're probably gonna have a plateau in your calisthenics for a few months. People start. Let's say if you've been going to the gym, you already strong, like you have muscles, you have strength. Maybe you want to start calisthenics. You actually have it way easier. And if you want my help, you just want to basically do this faster, I have a program in the top link of my description. But you start going to the gym, but you also want calisthenics. You try it out for like a week, 2, but you will see no progress. Maybe a little, because like the first few skills not that hard. Okay, cool, you'll maybe unlock the first few skills. What do you think happens to these people? What do you think in their mind, like, they don't see any progress for weeks, maybe a month, 2 months, because they want the front lever, they want the planche, the static holds. This applies way more to the static holds, like handstand, front lever, one arm handstand, planche, like those skills. They don't see really that much progress. What happens to them? They quit. They stop training because they don't see progress. If you're starting out and you have a weak brain, you know, like you've been scrolling for like the fucking past 3 years, or you just sit in your home, like doing basically nothing for the whole day. Like, you have a weak brain. You probably have a weak brain. Like, you play video games, you're basically a degenerate, but you want to start training. You have a weak brain. If this is you, what will your advice be to this person? He has a weak brain. Would you advise him to go on a bulk to gain some muscle, but then you won't make progress in skills at first. And remember, muscle gain is so slow. It's really slow. It might be again faster for newbie gains, but for someone with a weak brain, months. They want progress fucking now. Like they scroll, they want the dopamine now. They have a weak brain. You will probably tell them, do not go on a bulk. Just train skills, just get the strength. Or you will probably tell them like, just wait. Wait on the calisthenics. Get muscle first. Like this, let me show you how this applied to me. When I started to train, I was really skinny. I was extremely skinny, and I was like fucking 14 years old. With other words, strength when you're 14. If you start at 14 and if you start at 18, these people will progress faster. They have naturally more muscle and more strength in their bodies. My mind was so strong. This didn't matter for me. I remember like the handstand took me months, like fucking, I think it was like 8 months to unlock. Probably like to a full year for me to unlock the handstand. For someone else, some of the people that I trained personally get it like within maybe 3 months. Someone literally got it within like 1 month. They got the handstand so much faster because they were older or they just had more strength and more muscle to begin with. And again, if you are someone who already has strength and muscle but you want to start learning calisthenics, you don't know where to start, or you know, but you want to be better than the rest basically. Again, there's my program if you just want to go check it out. So I trained, I got my basics up. Like when I started, bro, I couldn't do dips, I couldn't do push-ups. So I just got my basics, got my dips. I did dips on this, I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's like a machine, but it has this thing that goes out. It has weight here. Then you do the dips here with your knees on this bar. And you basically, it goes down with you, and it's the same as resistance band. It basically makes you lighter, make the exercise easier. So I couldn't do a single dip. I had to start with this. You can also use it for pull-ups. Like here's a pull-up bar here. I had to use this to do my pull-ups because I couldn't do the basics. If you're strong and you can already do dips and pull-ups, bro, start fucking calisthenics. But you need the basics first, and this is why it took me so much longer. Like many of these online people, they will say, you know, they got this, the fucking planche, the fucking one arm handstand, the front lever, the top skills, like the handstand push-up within fucking like 6 months of training. The handstand push-up took me like a year and a half. Because I started way lower. I never understood, like, people tell you train when you are at least 16 plus, maybe 17, a little bit older. Don't start like below 15. Yeah, obviously that's bullshit, like you train as soon as possible. But if you're like my age, 14, maybe 13, you will make slower progress. Your gains will be way less. So this is a W for me. Like I turn literally 17 in like 2 days. This year and next year and the year after, I already have strength, I already have muscle. But it will just get so much more with the years that pass. So for me personally, this is a good thing. And this is why it took me so much longer to unlock the skills. But I only train calisthenics, and this is where my weight basically just stayed the same for a year. Again, I didn't really have the knowledge about bulking. Like I wanted the skills, right? I wanted to gain strength, and my strength went up, but my weight basically stayed the same. Then, somewhere in my calisthenics journey, I've been training for 2 years, right? Somewhere in this journey, a little bit more on the later end, I went on a lean bulk. Oh, bro, it's fucking crazy. In this lean bulk, I gained 10 kg. This is when I first started hybrid training. Like I did the basics, yeah. But this is the first time that I was in a surplus. I did a little bit of weight training alongside skills. I gained 10 kgs. Then I cut like 3, I think. 3 or 4, I think it was like, let's say fucking 3.5. I cut 3.5 kg. I gained 6.5 kg of muscle mass. You do not understand how much my calisthenics skyrocketed because of the strength gain that I got. But guess what? This was like a 5-month bulk. I saw no progress. I was training the handstand push-up and the front lever. The front lever at this time. I did not see progress. For 5 months. But I built insane amounts of muscle. And this helped with my calisthenics afterwards. So this is again where this priority lies. If your priority is skill, split it into phases where you build muscle. Then you, again, if you want, you can just stop completely. But what I recommend, like to keep the muscle and to keep more strength, this really I recommend this way more than splitting the phases, is to let this go, the muscle gaining, the hypertrophy, where you break your muscles down and you grow them, right? Put this on maintenance, where gross sets per week is like 8 to I think like 10, maybe 12. Bring it down to like 2 or 4 sets a week to maintain the strength, maintain the muscle, and do skills. If you are like me, you train hybrid, just keep skills in the beginning of a workout and then do your hypertrophy later in the workout. This is literally the split of how you train both at the same time and making progress in both. If you're on a bulk and you do this, you've been going to the gym, this will not be the problem. This is hypertrophy, okay? The fucking scramble. But if you do hypertrophy and skill, like I said, you do this first and hypertrophy later. If you're new to the gym, the progress that you will make in your hypertrophy and your muscle growth is insane. Your skills will not progress. If you do hypertrophy and you are not new to the gym, you still gain muscle. You do it lean, not dirty, like you are an absolute retard. If you do this, you are lazy, you are basically all the negative character traits that you can think in your head, you are if you do a dirty bulk saying, fucking calories, fuck you. Go on a lean bulk. If you're not new to the gym, you will gain muscle. But it will not be as much as your newbie gains, so your skills will progress alongside. Just know where you're at. With dirty food, like I say, you really just plummet your testosterone. How can, if you've been doing this and maybe you haven't, how do you fix testosterone? How can you boost it? Sunlight, bro. Just get sunlight as early on as possible on your chest. This is rare. I don't know how you can do this because you have neighbors, maybe parents. But if you can get sunlight on your balls, this boosts your testosterone way more. Okay, just get sunlight on your chest and your balls if you can. Shirtless, as much sunlight early on. Look into the sky. Don't look into the sun. Like don't be an idiot. Like you will blind yourself. Just don't look into the sun, but just look up. Look into a little bit bright part of the sky. Get the sunlight into your eyes. This is a compound effect because if you do this, you sleep better. Where is testosterone produced? In your sleep. Get sunlight in your eyes, get it on your body as early on as possible. As soon as you wake up. If you wake up at 5 a.m., let's say 5:30, you know, like it's the yellow, like the sun usually shines, let's say this is the sun, and it shines like yellow at some points. This doesn't have to be the sunlight. It can literally be a shadow. If there is light outside, if you can see there is sunlight, just go stand outside shirtless. Get the sunlight on you. Doesn't have to be yellow. If it is, okay, cool, do that. But if it's not, if it's really early, like before school, just go stand in the sunlight. The winter is harder. I've tried this personally. Like the winter, it just fucking sucks. Still do it, but it's way harder. Look up. This will improve your testosterone. Yeah, there's way more things like go sleep every night at the same time. Let's say you literally set a timer for 8 p.m. so that you know your sleep time is like 9 p.m. Same time every night. Your body's gonna be tired at this time. You sleep faster, you sleep more deep, more REM, like everything just goes up and your testosterone goes up. This is basically how you can optimize. Just remember, it takes time. But you want the skills. You want all of these skills. You want the muscle. You will not get it within weeks. You might see progress in a month. Yeah, you can literally go back every single month, take progression photos and look. But 1 month compared to 3 to 6 months, like this is still short for me. I actually need, somewhere I'll give you a fucking dopamine lesson on how to have long-term vision, because if you just scroll the whole day, you probably fried your dopamine and you're like, oh shit, 3 months, how the fuck can I just train 3 months? Like, how? Again, you don't have to go all in. Just do 3 to 6 months of training, because if you do try to over optimize, like this is a little bit more optimization and knowledge, but if you over optimize, it's like you might stand the chance to quit because you have a fucking weak brain, and it's just like this is a long time frame for many people to envision the future. Like, yeah, I'll do the work even if it pays off later. Like, scrolling makes you want it now. Think longer. If you basically don't want all of the mental pain and just the worries yourself, again, just go join my course. Just go check it out. It will help with this. But if you just go on your own, just please keep on. Make a promise to yourself. Say, I will do 3 months. of training, no matter what. If I see progress, if I don't see progress, I will do fucking 3 months of training. Take photos of your physique. Again, go on a lean bulk. You probably want to build muscle. Go on a lean bulk for 3 months. If you've been on a lean bulk again for like 6 months, you probably did gain a little bit of fat. Just a little. Just go on a cut. Okay? So I want to leave you with one thing. You have the knowledge. You understand, like, you can watch any YouTube video. Again, if you want it handed to you, you can join. But you can literally just go watch any video on progressions. But if you want the basics down, you know how to structure your program, like do it in the beginning. Actually, like, eat fucking like caveman. If you have to show the food to your caveman days, just they have to know what it is. Don't say, yeah, I'll cheat today, then I'll do it again tomorrow. Start doing it now. There's no better time to start implementing all of this knowledge. Again, if you have to rewatch the video because it's a lot of knowledge, right? You probably learned a lot of new things. Just rewatch it and start implementing it now. This is like my fucking life philosophy. There is no better time to start doing all of this than now. Bye-bye.